Hello everyone, this is Fish Guy Rodney with Exotic Fishing Tanks, and what I have today, I have an 8 to 8.5 inch Passer Angel. These guys come from Mexico, typically found in cooler water, 74, 75-ish, but they'll do perfectly fine in your standard 78 degrees fish tank. But this guy is about 8 to 8.5 inches. Let's take a look. Here we go. We got a Passer Angel. Love these guys, aggressive. But let's take a look at how beautiful this guy is. Again, as I said, you can see how thick and how fat this guy is. It's an 8 to 8.5 inch. These guys come from Mexico. As I said, they're stunning, but they're super aggressive. And they are not meant for reef tanks for sure. And mixing it with other angels, this is one of the angels that you probably cannot mix with another angel. I'll take a quick peek. First of all, you can see how thick his body is. And secondly, you can see just how gorgeous he is. This is a male. What constitutes it being a male, you can see the bottom fin there are white. The females you will see are the same color. Again, this is an 8 to 8.5 inch Passer Angel. These guys are or can be super aggressive. Of course, while the fish is acclimating, all fish are acclimated in the Cooperman, the Prozzi, and the Furan. And so I bathe it in here for about an hour. In addition to that, one of the things I failed to show you is the Paragard as well, because the Paragard gets the fungal and the bacterial, which is what a lot of fish die from. Most people think fish in tanks die from ick, and that is a problem, but they probably die more from secondary infections, fungal or bacterial infections as well. But again, an 8 to 8.5 inch Passer Angel. Once again, these guys are not reef safe. They come from Mexico, typically found in cooler waters. They are not commonly available. These guys will be aggressive towards other angels. You can keep with triggers and tangs, but it will be one of the most aggressive fish in the tank. They're stunning. There's no way around it. You can always see my updated videos if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, www.exoticfishandtanks.com. Exotic Fish, the letter N as in Nancy, tanks.com, and I will include the link to my website, while it's all the fish and the pricing in the description. So you can click onto the description and you can see the link. Again, these guys are super aggressive. They're found in Mexico. I normally give it an hour bath. After the hour bath, I give it a freshwater dip, typically 5 minutes, keeping a watchful eye on it. And the reason why they then go into a quarantine with hyposalinity, which is 1.008, 1.009. That's true hyposalinity. Reef Central has an excellent permanent sticky or post, basically stating the only 2 guaranteed ways to treat ick or eradicate ick is one is through copper, Cooperman. There's copper sulfates out there as well, or hyposalinity. I choose hyposalinity because hyposalinity, fish love lower salinity. I have the privilege of going to Hawaii 2 to 3 times a year. I've probably been 25, 30 times. I got divers out there. I bring in a lot of fish, as a lot of you know, from Hawaii. I also travel to LA at the wholesalers, whether it's Sea Dwelling Creatures, ERI, which have now merged with Sea Dwelling Creatures, all of the vendors, and I get a chance to speak to the husbandry managers and go hand pick fish. And there is not a single wholesale vendor that keeps fish-only tanks where they hold the fish at your standard 024, 025. The less salt, the more oxygen in the water, the more the fish likes it. And I can tell you from not only my own personal experience, I have thousands of dollars worth of fish in my own display tank, a 500 gallon. I'll have to show you guys that one day. But when I'm out with my guys in Hawaii, they have the luxury of having ocean water pumped right in from the ocean, the Pacific Ocean. And what I can tell you is, yes, they use ocean water, but they dilute it with RO water, bringing the salinity down into the 0.16 to 0.18 range. And what they found, and these are divers who have been diving for over 20 plus years, some as much as 30 years, as one of my divers, John, there in Hawaii. And what they found is that when you keep fish in a quarantine system, for those guys long term, because you never know when you're going to sell all the fish, for at 1.024, the fish were getting sick fairly quick. They then lowered the salinity, and this is years ago. They lowered the salinity to 0.16 in that range, and they've had tremendous success. I personally keep all of my, as I said, my quarantine systems here in hyposalinity. So, but with that being said, once the fish goes through the process, it goes into hyposalinity. In there, I have Cooperman and Prazi. So, making sure the fish is healthy, guarantee the fish is healthy and eating. And again, we have an 8 to 8.5 inch passer angel, and this is a male passer angel. As I said, you can tell from the dorsal fin there that's white up underneath the body. ExoticFishingTanks.com as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to ping me at 469-682-8841. 469-682-8841. Here in the last couple of weeks, I've gone through a tough time, so I know some of you may have texted me and you did not receive the quickest response. I apologize. I'm back on track now. Some of the personal issues, so I apologize to those who may have texted me inquiring about fish and did not receive a speedy response. So again, Fish Guy Rodney with Exotic Fishing Tanks. We have an 8 to 8.5 inch male passer angel coming from Mexico. These guys are hardy as can be, probably the hardiest of all angels. I'll also include my website, www.exoticfishingtanks, in the description. You can also go to my Facebook page, Exotic Fishing Tanks, and definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can see the fish. Thanks once again, Fish Guy Rodney with Exotic Fishing Tanks.